Yo dudes, what's up? This is PlanetKeef. I'm Keef, or am I Planet? No, I'm Keef. And today we're going to get started on something that I've been promising for, since forever. One of the strands of this channel is going to be about electronics, Arduino, Internet of Things, stuff like that. So, yeah, it's an easy thing to say, but as a total novice in the world of electronics, I'm completely, well, I'm not completely in the dark. I've done a lot of reading, but I've not done any practical stuff so far because I haven't had the kit. However, now I do have the kit, the Arduino starter kit. Da, da, da. So this is not the official Arduino starter kit, which costs considerably more than this and contains a lot less. This I got on eBay from a company called digitalCure. And brilliant service. They dispatched it the same day by second-class Royal Mail. They promised delivery date about a week hence, and it arrived in 2 days. So very happy about that, except I was in the shower when the postman knocked on the door, but that's another story. Anyway, I'm going to unbox the kit, tell you what's inside, what you get for your £26, and do my first Arduino experiment. How exciting, eh? So it comes in a convenient carrying case, which really is convenient, you know, it's a lot better than a jiffy bag. So you get a label. On the back of the label is a list of the things that are probably in here. Actually, I've been through it once and not everything is on that list, but yeah. And some of it is only identified by serial numbers, but you can look them up on the interwebs to find out what they are really. Okay, let's go. So in this anti-static bag is your actual Arduino. This is a genuine Arduino Uno R3, which is, you know, there are many, well, there's a few different sizes and models of Arduinos, but I think this is the most common, the most popular, the most copied, and yeah, it's well, it's a little circuit board. So I don't know how much you guys know, because well, I told my wife the other day that the Arduino starter kit had arrived, and a bit sheepishly she said, "What is an Arduino?" So if you don't know, and you know, most people don't know unless they're actually interested. It's a microprocessor that is designed for prototyping things, gadgets, and basically it has lots of input pins and output pins, USB, battery power or mains power through a transformer thing, or wall wart as the Americans like to call them. And microprocessor, and there's a couple of LEDs on there and some jumpers and stuff. Anyway, basically this is nothing until you program it with something, and then it will do whatever the program tells it to. So you know, it could be a thing to control a toaster or a microwave oven or a drone or all kinds of stuff. But the thing is, as far as I know, you can only have one program in memory at any one time. So if you're going to do a lot of Arduino stuff, you will need a lot of Arduinos, but that's really, it's not a problem. You can get a genuine Arduino for around about £5 or less if you want to wait a few weeks for it to come from China. So yeah, brilliant stuff. So that's the actual Arduino, and this is a prototyping shield with a mini breadboard, and I don't know exactly why you would do this. Well, I think I do, it saves space. This shield, another concept in the world of Arduino is the shield, which is kind of expansion boards that are designed for different purposes, and they plug directly into the inputs and outputs of the Arduino itself, and sit on top of it, so it's like a shield. This prototyping one, I don't know, I expect I'll find out at some point, but yeah. we won't worry too much about that right now. And here is a little chart of resistors, which are color coded, so you refer to this chart to find out what value of resistor you've got, and there's 10 resistors there, which I will have to look up on the chart to find out what their value is, because I'm not doing it now. Then we have a bag of LEDs, red ones, blue ones, green ones, very nice. And we have some more resistors, different value, and a bunch of LED things. So that's is it, do they call it a 7 segment display, that one? So that will be able to display alphanumeric characters, and that's the same thing, but there's 4 of them side by side, so that would be able to display a lot more. This is a matrix 8 by 8 of individual LEDs, which again you can program to do magic with. And this is a shift register, and I did look up what that was, but I can't remember. It's a bit complicated, so anyway, we may or may not need that at some point in time. Another load of resistors, and this is an ultrasonic distance sensor, which I can see would be great if you were like building a robot and you wanted it to stop moving before it rammed itself into a wall or something. That's the thing for that. And then more resistors. Oh, it actually says what it is. It's 220. Another little bag. Yeah, this is a stepper motor driver, which we'll come to presently. Now, a very interesting thing, this little bag contains a bunch of sensors. So we've got light detectors, infrared receiver, temperature sensor, flame sensor, tilt sensor. Supposed to be 2 of those, I lost one, it'll turn up. So these are all things that help your Arduino project react to its environment, which is marvellous. So, like all the best boxes of chocolates, there's a couple of layers of goodiness in this box. Here we've got a USB cable, the kind that you would connect a printer to, and you need this to supply power and or to transfer data to your Uno board from your computer. Yeah, I didn't mention you do need a computer to actually use this thing. But, you know, we've all got one of those, at least one. Bunch of cables with female connectors on both ends. Another bunch of cables with male connectors on both ends. This is a very sexy channel, you know. And, yes, one of the things I really wanted to play with, it's this is a small stepper motor. These things are insanely clever, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to having a spot of fun with that, and also with this, which is a little servo motor, very little servo motor. And again, you know, when I was a kid, a motor just went round when you applied current to it, but these days they don't just do that. They can go around a little bit, or quite a lot, or as much as you tell it to. So with both steppers and servos, they, you know, they don't just go around, they do stuff. And these are some things that I guess you connect onto the shaft, and I don't know really why. And some teensy winsy screws. And little infrared remote control, which will work with the IR sensor, I guess. Well, I know it will. And another, this is another kind of LED. This is 2-line kind of matrix, which may or may not be animatable, but will certainly look smarter than those 7-segment jobbies. So looking forward to using that one too. This is a little green box. which doesn't do anything electronic, but I think you put your resistors and things in there so you don't lose them. Ha. Okay, and a breadboard. Now this is nothing to do with baking or food. This is a thing that's wired up so that you can just plug in, you know, the ends of these cables, just pop into the holes. No solder needed, and you build your prototype circuits on a thing like this. So that's cool. And also, oh yeah, this is a moisture sensor, which is something else that, you know, I'm definitely going to be using things like this, because I've got a plan to build a greenhouse and to automate everything into the environment inside. So in each plant pot there'll be a moisture sensor which will trigger a pump to supply more water if needed. So that's marvellous. Okay, a 9-volt battery and connector. Now I was having a fiddle with this earlier, and I was thinking, hang on a minute, the Arduino board itself operates at 5 volts. So if I push 9 volts through it, will it blow it up? So I looked it up on the interwebs. In fact, the Arduino has a voltage regulator. So if I plug this battery into there, the regulator will accept a voltage between 7 and 12 volts and will, you know, squeeze it down to 5. So it's perfectly wonderful. That's good. Good to know. A spiky thing. I don't know. I think this is, again, you know, it'll plug into lots of these pins, and looks like you can snap off individual bits. So yeah, I'm sure that's going to be useful for something. 3 bits of plastic. I think these are for making, yeah, divisions in your box. So again, nothing really to do with the Arduino. And this baby here is U-Robot, or YW Robot, is actually a power supply for the breadboard, I think. And I don't know why, because the breadboard can draw power from the Arduino, but maybe you want, for some reason, to power your breadboard without it. So that's also got a USB and a socket for the battery, or a wall wart, and a button. Cool. And finally, another bag with stuff in it, which of course I can't get open because I'm on camera. There we go. Right. Okay. Oh, poo. Okay. These 2 things are buzzers. One of them is an active buzzer, and the other one is passive. And I don't actually know what the difference is yet, but I dare say I'll find out. This here is a potentiometer, which is, you know, your basic control knob. So that's good. And the rest of these things are push buttons, 4 push buttons with different coloured caps. Some little jumpers, a washer and a nut. I think they go with the potentiometer. And yeah, that's it. That's all you get for your 26 quid. That's actually pretty impressive. So now we're going to do our first Arduino experiment. Da, da, da. We have to go in the other room to the computer. Okay, so you've got your nice shiny new Arduino, and I'll assume you've downloaded the Arduino software as well. I won't go into anything about that really at the moment, because that's going to be a subject for another video. So the first thing you want to do with a new toy, as always, is plug it in. And so we're just going to get the power from the computer using the USB cable. And you can see there that that orange light is flashing on and off. And the reason for that is that all new Arduinos come preloaded with one little program, which is called Blink. And this is the Hello World of Arduino. When you learn a new programming language, the first thing you do is make it print Hello World onto the screen. So with Arduino, you make the LED blink. So it's already blinking. What we can do is program it to blink faster or slower. So in the
Arduino IDE, Integrated Development Environment, there's a whole lot of example sketches or little mini programs that come included, and Blink is one of them.
So I can't actually change this original Blink sketch because it's write protected, so I'll just save a copy. I'll call it my Blink. Okay, now I can change anything I want. So I'll change these 1000 milliseconds to 250. And save that, and then plug in the Arduino and upload it. So there we go, it's done it. It's flashing on and off 4 times faster than before. So let's change, we'll change the delay to 1250 and upload that. So it flashes on, then it waits for 1 1/4 seconds and flashes again. So there you go. That is your first Arduino sketch. Brilliant, eh? So if you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like the video, give it a like. If you've got anything to say, leave a comment.